Good morning. Okay, I had my shower. Oh, my. Gaga put that in. And they're spending their last few hours in this beautiful Airbnb. And last night, I finished up to reading 2 hours for 2 hours, right? 2 hours, 3 minutes. And I am currently on page 86. Yeah, it's pretty easy to read. Basically, it's talking about a haunted house, right? But I think that the haunting, as opposed to ghosts, although maybe there are actually ghosts, but also it's about the ghosts of each individual person in there.
Gaga, we sit here. We sit here beside me. Mommy, running in the mirror. Go. Get your pen.
Okay, so I am currently 3 hours and 7 minutes in. Currently 112 pages. I mean, that's like roughly half of the book, almost 50%. I have some questions. The question mainly is, first one, what are the jewelry trinkets about? I mean, like, they're pretty, but it seems like they have a sinister reason behind them. Maybe. Or maybe the main character, as she is, admittedly, she's overacting and being too sensitive. Because obviously we are reading from her perspective, so everything is just her view of. This book is written beautifully, but it doesn't feel substantial. The way that things are phrased, there are a lot of like quotable quotes in it, but also there are some parts that are too overly quick, almost like a love at first sight. Insta love, that's how it feels like. There's no romance here, but it feels insta lovey, if you know that vibe. Like, yeah, not digging that part. Right now it's sitting at a 3 stars, but depending on how it goes, it will stay as a 3 star or go down to a 2 star. What? Mommy, I miss mommy.
Hello, beloved. So we're gonna start. Where's the spot is there.
Okay, I've been reading for 3 hours and 32 minutes. And I am... Yes. I am on page 130. Okay, and our main character has just went with 2 of the other interns, and they were selling flowers in the farmer's market. So that's pretty cool. And this one part where she's like, it's her first. So after they sold all the flowers, they counted the hourly wages, and then she got her money, and then she was so excited because, okay, so she felt a giddy freedom because she wasn't expecting to be paid for that, like, immediately. And she thought of exploring the downtown with money in her pocket, and so she went to the bookshop, which is legit bookshop, and then the chocolate shop, cafes, and the toy store. So she bought Rebecca, which I do have a copy of Rebecca, and I have not read that book yet. Okay, we're finally doing it. We're cleaning up the kids' room. Still a mess, but we've taken out the stuff. It's my turn. Heard good things about this one. Hey, this seems cool. 160 pesos for this. Okay, shopping done. We also got the bag.
Ayoko yung masyado ka.
Now we're gonna eat. Well, hello folks.
Love.
Back to reality. Back to school time. Happy New Year. I don't think I've said that officially. Okay, we just dropped off Yan Yan. Actually, I'm in the same traffic light. I mean, the same intersection as when I turned on the video. That doesn't even matter. But there are so many bookish things I want to talk to you about. First of all, my goal last year was 25 because it's 2025. My reading goal, I mean. So this year, obviously, is 26 because it's 2026. No problem, right? No problem at all. And then I wasn't moving my goal number because like I just, you know, whatever. So I reached 118 books, and then I read a 119th book during the whole December. I think I read 2 books, never mind. So book 118 and book 119 I read in December while I was daily vlogging. And then I suddenly like started reading 2 books. And so I was stuck with 119 books instead of like 120 goal. So last year, if I had like 117, actually it wasn't even that a round number either last year. So I read 117 books. Last year I read 117. Last year I read 119. I don't want to even predict that I'm gonna read 121 books next year. This year. But yeah, now my goal, reading goal, okay, so whatever, I said 26 books, right? And I'm about to finish 2 already. But what I do want to say is I want to start not being afraid of reading. Okay, there is really something that stops me from reading Atmosphere by Taylor Jenkins Reid. Like, what is that about? What is that about? Okay, we're here. I love you, Gagab.
Love you, Mommy.
Aww, my precious boy.
Yes, you're the best friend.
You're my best friend too.
Mom, what's that sound?
What sound? What's wrong? Okay, we're here.
Later.
Okay, there are 5 minutes until school gets out. I'm reading Watch Over Me currently on page 132, and my reading hours is at, my stopwatch is at 4:17. Okay, so he's sleeping. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and continue my stopwatch and I'll read for about 10 more minutes. Because I don't want to be stressed out in the drop off / pickup area. No way. I can't do that today. Dude, this one guy literally has 2 ghosts on his back. Like piggyback riding the ghosts. So I don't really know what's going on here. Okay, so apparently each and every person who can see ghosts that are living in the farm can see a particular ghost, like it shows up to them. So they are referred to as their ghost. So this one kid, he's like 6 years old and he's scared of his ghost because the ghost is making mean faces. Okay, our main character's ghost, all the ghost does is to dance around and prance around the field. So that's very harmless. But this kid's ghost making mean faces? Dude, I don't care if I'm like 12 years old. I'm gonna leave that farm.
Let's go. Yay. Ow, 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 ow. Mommy, my lip hurt.
Why? What happened? Give it to mommy? Okay, recent development. TV is gone. It's been transferred to the kids' room. Ta-da! And their toy box thing is there now. Their fan, the internet, that's a problem. We need to buy extension cords. What I find so odd is that every single person in this not really orphan, foster home. Okay, they all seem to be very poetic, like tragic sounding people. I mean, I guess the characters are talking about how they lived, like how they were raised, right? Billy, one of the foster kids, said that he was raised by moms, and so he was homeschooled. He lived in an Airstream. I'm guessing that's like a Humvee type of vehicle. He cared about lakes, birds. He was homeschooled, and he didn't particularly care about like the academics of it all, but just embracing life. And when his moms died, I'm imagining like an accident or something, the moms were estranged from their families, so he went straight into the system. And then, okay, Billy is not even the point. The point is Liz, because Liz said, I was raised by wolves. And that's what I mean. Like, this sounds, I mean, it's good, okay? But because it's not being developed, like, I'm not even attached to these people. And then she says, I mean, people say these cheesy things. The things that they say would be so much more hard-hitting if I care about them, is what I'm trying to say. Let me just say that the main character here is sort of falling in love with the couple, Billy and Liz, right? Up and down that winding highway, I sat in between them always. When Billy drove, Liz rested her head on my shoulder. I'd never been so happy. She really likes to be in this friend group of the older kids, because there are younger kids, obviously. My jealousy was a small thing to suffer, though, compared with all they gave me. They made it so easy to pretend nothing had ever appeared on my doorstep, that memories had never swallowed me whole, that I had never feared Blake's ghost lurking among the others. Blake is the stepfather. So she's happy being the third wheel, but I just find it so strange. I mean, I think I get it. I mean, I've never been in a 3 friendship situation where there is like a couple and I'm like the other person. I have started adding the tabs. I'm using these purple ones. And all the things that I underlined, I wrote notes in. What I'm tabbing on this was the poetic stuff. The poetic phrases. My timer is at 5 hours something. But I did forget to turn off the stopwatch in a bit. So I am currently on page 155. That is my progress. I'm reading this very, very slowly. Like, can you imagine me thinking that I could finish this in a day, less than 24 hours, and I ended up like still be reading it. But it's fine. I think here's the thing. I'm interested in what's gonna happen, what really happened in the past, and it's not like it's boring me out of my mind. I mean, it's not, because every like chapter is like 3 or 4 pages long or 6 pages long, very short, so it's very easy to like stop and oh yeah, maybe that's why, because there are no cliffhangers, so it doesn't feel like it propels you to read more and more, so you can take your time with it. I guess that's what's happening with me, and that's why I'm reading so but not really a big deal. We are enjoying reading when we can. The thing with our main character right now is she is feeling very possessive of the young boy that she's teaching, because there is some really strange things going on in the farm. Yeah, in the farm. And she feels, I think it's not just about the kid. It's mostly about her feeling excluded from whatever ritual that the other adults are doing. Not really ritual, but... And so it's not really about her concern for the kid. Well, I think. But more so that she doesn't know what's going on and she feels excluded. And actually, the young boy is starting to retract. What's that word again? Like move away from her because she's starting to hang out more with the adults. I mean the kids her own age, you know, the teenagers. Okay, so yeah, I've read 5 hours 27 minutes and I am on page 183. So I'm like almost done. Like I don't even know what's going on. First of all, what is the thing that happened in her past? Second of all, what's this mystery going on with the farm that I am quite intrigued, and I'm scared that I will be disappointed by it when it comes to that point, when I finally figure it out. But like I said, this book has a lot of quotable quotes, and that's why I can't really stop reading it.
2 hours later.
Hello. Okay, so first of all, I forgot to turn off the stopwatch, so this is definitely dead. Because the last time I checked, I was reading for 5 hours 50 minutes. Okay, I'm almost done, and I finally figured out what happened in her past, and it's not more of the regret but more on the guilt. And at first honestly I was like, that's it, all this fussing. Yeah, something strange happened, like her vomiting up ash. It has something to do with her past, and mainly what's happening is she was definitely haunting herself as punishment. The ghost that was dancing around, she was avoiding her, the ghost. Turns out this ghost is, I'm not even gonna say because it's a spoiler, but it wasn't a pleasant surprise that I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. It was like, meh. But really though, what pisses me off so much is Mila's mother, because I can't stand mothers who allow their boyfriends to manipulate and control their, like her family, her and her daughter, right? This boyfriend is around acting like a savior. Like, I get it. Like, the mother has low self-esteem because of her experience with, you know, getting knocked up, blah, blah, blah. But still, like, she knows that this guy is bad. I mean, the boyfriend is bad because she is trying to protect her daughter from him. And yet, she cannot fully commit on escaping, as her daughter was suggesting her. So our main character was saying, yeah, we should run away, we should go to grandma and grandpa, right? But she just can't leave this guy because there is this false sense of security and like savior, damsel in distress kind of thing. But then at the same time, she's like suffering. So that really I just don't like it when that happens. Oh my god, this pisses me off, okay? So the mother asked, why didn't you save him? And then the girl said, main character said, I saved us. And then the mom's face crumpled in pain and in fury. And that's the reason why she was fostered. It's because her mother couldn't stand that the boyfriend died. Hey, what happened? Accident. My speculation before was that the kid killed the dad, the boyfriend, and then the mother covered up for her. But actually, this is worse, okay? So I'm gonna tell you what happened. The place that they were staying at wasn't actually a house. It was like some kind of skeleton, like, so I can imagine it's like a bunch of makeshift house. And then this guy, he was sleeping during a fire, and instead of getting him, waking him up and telling him, "Whoa, there's fire," the girl just left him. And then now the mom is pissed at her and left her to be raised in the system because the daughter didn't save the father. First of all, why were you telling your daughter to save the father anyway? You ran off, okay? You ran off, and then you told your daughter, wake him up. Dude, why didn't you wake him up yourself? Yeah, okay, anyway, I'm not even completely done with this book, but I'm giving it 2 stars. I mean, I'm not gonna DNF it. I'm still gonna continue reading. Like, I have 5 pages. Oh, wait. Yeah. And look, some of the pages are like blank pages. Okay. So I'm gonna finish this. 2 stars. Dude, what the heck? This doesn't feel like a good... I've been highly anticipating reading a book from this author. And I don't think I'm ever gonna find another book. I mean, I'm not ever... Yeah, okay, the kids are going crazy. So that is all for this video. And see you again next time.